Hi guys, welcome to Chess the Matthew. Our topic on this video is all about the Philidor Defense. So in this video, I will show you some of lines that can crush your opponents when your opponent choose the Philidor Defense. So first of all, what is Philidor Defense? So the Philidor Defense starts from e4, e5, knight f3 and d6. So black chooses to defend his e4 pawn with his d pawn. He can also defend his e4 pawn through the natural move knight c6. But we will not tackle that on this video because we will go on to the Philidor Defense, which starts with this position. So when black plays d4, we'll just control the center first through d4. And after knight d7, strengthening the e5 pawn, and then we'll just develop our bishop and then intending to castle at some point. So on this position, the best move on this line is just to play c6, and this is now the main line of the Hanham variation of the Philidor Defense. But I will show you in this line one line that can crash on this variation of Philidor Defense, and it starts with knight to g5. So the idea of knight to g5 is eyeing to the f7 pawn, because the white now has a bishop on c4 that targets also on the f7 pawn. The f7 pawn is the weakest pawn on the king side because the only defender of the f7 pawn is the black king. So black was actually obliged to defend his f7 pawn because it has two attacker and only one defender. So he will play knight to h6. But after playing knight g5, we will first put our king into safety, because at some point we will now going into the attack. So before we will attack, we will first put our king into safety. So after bishop e7 of black, intending to castle also and putting his king to safety and also developing. But we have here a stunning move which starts from knight to e6. Yes, this is a stunning move because it attacks the queen and also the g7 pawn. When this pawn will be moved, then we can capture the knight on f6. But the question is, what if black just capture the knight on e6? Then white is now losing, because the black has 4 minor pieces versus the 3 pieces from white. But still, we can pursue an attack through bishop takes h6. And now, after this move, we will trapping the black king, because after black captured the bishop on h6, then we will just play first check, and the king was obliged to move because there's no capture for the checking pieces and there's no cover to the check. So king f8. But after bishop takes e6, and now these two pieces eyeing to f7 pawn, threatening to mate in one. So what to do with black? He will defend the f7 pawn through his queen to a8. But the white now here can checkmate the black king in just one move through queen takes h6, checkmate. See, the bishop controlling the light square and the queen is also controlling the dark square. So there's no escape, no cover from the check, and then no one can capture the queen. So it is already a checkmate. So going back from knight to e6, actually the black here can just capture the knight on e6, and after bishop takes h6, the black should not capture the h6 because, as we will see from the previous game, the black was checkmated. So the black must just move his bishop to f6 to avoid checkmate, and then threatening to capture the bishop on h6 safely. But the white now can still capture the pawn on e6, and even though here black capture the h6, then the white can still checkmate into the king through queen h5, and after king e7, then is now a checkmate. So going back a little more, so after bishop takes e6 from white, if the black know this trap, he must not capture the h6, but instead move his knight to knight b6, threatening to capture both bishops of white. But the white here can just capture the bishop on c8, and after rook takes c8, then we will not have first check, so that after g6, our bishop on h6 can remain standing on the f8 to h6 diagonal, stopping the black king to put his king to safety through castling. So after g6, of course, we will first sidestep our queen from the attack of pawn through queen h3. And now on this position, we have complete pawns, so the black must capture the d pawn to equalize the material. But after knight d2, we will now enter into the position where white has a winning chances, because the white now has completed his development and ready to attack. The idea of white here is put his rook and then attack the king on the center, push the pawns to open up the center so that the rook can help an attack. So after this, the black is struggling for his king safety. So that's all on this video. I hope you learned something, and please Like if you like, and share it if you want to share. So thank you.